Alrighty. Let's get this started. Hello, everyone.
All
How you doing there, Brian?
right.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, you're a little muffled there, from my friend.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I can barely hear you. That's what I'm saying.
Let me see.
You sound better now.
Okay.
No, now you don't. What'd you do before? I was working just fine.
Nothing. I just closed out of a window.
Okay. As you can hear right now, our friend Mr. Brian over here, Mr. Nerdporio, he's on the road right now on his phone, so he's gonna sound a little bit weird, but some little more trial and error. We'll see how it turns out. Hopefully, everything is fine as we do this. But as everyone knows, we did the Nintendo Switch Direct 2. The Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2 was for today. And I kind of like to do a little bit of these videos where you just come here, watch the Direct, talk about the aftermath, kind of give your thoughts. And I decided to just kind of do this and asked Brian to hop on. He said he would, so hopefully everything goes good on his end and it's not a problem. And, hey, listen, thank you everyone for joining us. I see Mr. AC and, of course, Frank Adores Games also in the chat over here too. Hello, guys. They did a good show earlier today. So with that being said, we're going to get this started and just kind of let it roll here. Brian, do you want to just say a full sentence to the people so we can just check your audio one more time?
Sure. How's everybody doing? You guys doing great? I'm doing. I'm excited to talk about this. How'd I sound?
You sound good over there, sir. You sound good. All right, cool. Excuse me. So with that being said, we'll give this a shot. And hey, listen, if someone else wants to join in and watch in the chat or something, let me know. And maybe I could get us one more person on here too. How's that sound, Brian? Are you okay with that?
I'm really fine. It's your stream, bro. You're the boss.
All right, cool. All right, so with that, without further ado, I'm gonna full screen this over here. Let me just make sure I can see everything. Whoop. Don't want to do that. Trying to get all the
The screen
chats.
looks like the flag of Japan right now, from what I'm seeing. The red dots.
All right, cool. All right. I'm going to full screen this. Lurking here while watching JT stream. Oh, thank you, Mr. Epsilon. All right, let's get this ball rolling here.
Supposed to be Tetris blocks?
What'd you say there, Brian?
Are those supposed to be Tetris blocks?
I don't know. They looked like those little gummy candies that we get out here. Have you ever seen those ones?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Nintendo Switch 2. Electric Boogaloo. So obviously the first game here was good old Mario Kart. What is it, Worldwide, or was it called, or something like that?
I think it's Mario Kart World.
Mario Kart World, okay.
So I'm trying to understand. This is supposed to be an open world Mario Kart, basically. So you you can do stuff in between, going to courses or something, or every road is a course or something.
Yeah, they were like saying it was like Mario Kart Forza, which I saw that was a great comparison for the Horizon.
Okay.
So, I like that idea. But I don't know about this as like a concept. I wonder how that's going to work, because it's so drastically different.
I wonder if this is why it took 12 years, because, I mean, the last Mario Kart that launched was, 8 on the Wii U. I mean, they did add DLC, so...
I mean, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong here. This actually looks pretty fun. Like I did not enjoy the last Mario Kart game. I don't know, maybe it's because I think I stopped playing Mario Kart because I didn't play one during the Wii or the Wii U.
Oh, so you never tried like the wheel? You never tried like the you put the Wii remote in, you have the wheel that Mario Kart 7. Was it Mario Kart or no, Mario Kart Wii came out with? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't play those.
I played a little bit of them. I mean, Mario Kart for me is just like it's like an additional fun thing to do with friends or play one player by yourself. Like especially when I was a kid, I used to play that along with Mario 64. And to me, it's not really a system seller. I know a lot of people disagree with me on this. So Mario Kart's one of the best-selling games of all time on Nintendo. So I see why they did this. But for me, if it was my way, I would probably say DK. The DK game was more of a system seller for me.
Right. Well, here's the thing. So from what I was watching in that trailer just now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not too familiar. It's been a while since I've played one. Obviously, I think, oh geez, maybe the DS game was the last one I played for Mario Kart. I mean, I have the one for the Switch. I just haven't played it. But that's a port, right? It's a port.
The one for Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one for Switch, it has all the DLC, I think.
Yeah, so one of the things I did think was cool was just like, I guess the verticality a little bit of how they done things with the cart. Like you can jump across the walls and grind on the rails and, kind of made it have more life. Was that in the Switch copy, the Wii U copy of Mario Kart? Were you able to do those crazy off-the-wall tricks and everything?
I don't think so. I think that's a new thing. I think they're trying to make them more like a platformer. They're trying to touch the racing genre and the platformer, the traditional Mario platformer.
There definitely looks like they're trying to do something for sure. Sorry for cutting you off.
That's fine. I don't know. It looks. I mean, I'll be honest. It does look very. It looks very interesting. It looks like it could be a lot of fun. I mean, who knows what other platforming mechanics they're going to incorporate into Mario Kart World. Maybe you can do the triple jump in a way. Maybe they'll bring back. I don't know if you remember the feather from Super Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Where you could actually jump. You could actually jump over something or hop over something.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it just looks a lot more. How do you say? Interesting ways to do more with a kart racer, because it does feel like they've been trying to innovate with these Mario Kart games in some way, shape, and form, with like just the ability to have like more like interaction with the kart. Obviously, the motorcycles switch up and the guest characters and stuff like that. I do, like I said, and Frank and Mr. AC, if you are in the chat, you guys are probably bigger fans of this. Like, what like is that like something you guys noticed as well? Just like the off the wall stuff, the more character customizations and everything else like that. Because I'm speaking a little bit from ignorance here, so like I want to be corrected here if I'm wrong. Like I said, it like as AC said, Mario Kart Forza. It does feel like it's got a little bit of that Forza Horizon vibe to it, but like in its own different Mario Kart kind of like spin and fun to that, because everything is just all weird and in terms of like how the carts work, because it's not like a racing sim like you're seeing, like bouncing off the walls, grinding on the rails and all that stuff. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I kind of want to check this out. It is going to be a launch title, so that's going to be interesting for sure. So I got to check more into that one for sure.
The last Mario Kart you played was the DS one?
Yeah.
Did you play any of the ones before that, like Double Dash or 64?
Oh yeah, of course. Double Dash was like my favorite one.
Yeah, what's funny is it's everybody's favorite one. I'm like the only person that I played a little bit of, and I was like, it was such a different thing. It was so different from Mario Kart 64, and plus I was in high school, so yeah.
Like I said, it's just more fun because I think it was just so unique and different from like a lot of standard issue kart racers. So that's also why.
Yeah,
like this one looks like it gives me that Double Dash kind of vibe. It just looks new and different and fresh,
Yeah, and from talking to like not just you, but like almost everybody here, if it comes out, I don't know if it was one of the GameCube games that they announced for
Yeah.
the new online. But if that's the case, I'm probably going to revisit it and try to actually learn to play the game right, because I kept playing the game wrong. It's such a different thing when you have a front character and a back character. Because I kept messing up with the back character. The back character kept falling off the cards, and I kept losing because of that. Because of that, I was like, okay, I'm kind of done with this. I don't want to keep playing this. I'm going to keep doing this.
Fair enough, fair enough. Also, AC says it looks like they're mixing elements from the mobile game too with all the character customization. I did not know that because I didn't know they had a mobile game. I might have forgot about that because that feels like the forever ago.
You talking about like customizing the cards, or
I don't know. I never played a mobile game, and I'm assuming that he's talking about both the racer and the cart itself as well, because it did show off that you could dress up, your characters in different racing outfits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound like he's a caller on the radio. Caller number 5, how you doing there? This is Brian from Chicago. How you doing there, Brian? Oh, Brian, you just killed that joke. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I played Mario Kart Tour for a year straight. They had different character costumes and unique kart customizations. All right, thank you for the clarification there. Brian, you there, Brian?
I am here.
All right, cool. You just killed my joke, so I felt sad. All right, we're moving on now, guys. We're moving on.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
Why has it got like
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the
Japanese,
director for Nintendo
French
Switch 2.
subtitles? What the hell?
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki.
Yeah, you're on YouTube, right? You
Yeah,
have
I know.
to change. You have to change the language or flip that language, I think.
That's weird. This guy here, Tetsuya, he looks like an actual Mii character if he came to life. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't recognize any of these guys. I don't know if like have they been in the hardware department the entire time? They're the ones that don't really show themselves that much.
Yeah. Why is this guy's like jacket too big for him? Like, are you seeing this like right here?
The guy on the left?
Yeah, guy on the left.
Maybe I don't know. I swear I've seen something like that.
I don't know, his jacket just seems too big for him.
Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
Well, probably good. Hey, Nosferatu, how you doing, buddy?
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome
I'm becoming
to
more
this
and more of a
vast
fan
world.
of Peach.
Kart
I don't know
races
why.
are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
Wrong game. If you
Depending on the time of day and
seen
weather
any of
conditions,
AC stuff,
the
because he's been
atmosphere
playing
will change.
Super Princess Peach on the Switch.
Yeah, I beat that game last year, and I did enjoy it.
And in
Oh,
this
I can
Mario
replay it
Kart
again
game,
with a frame rate that's above 10 frames per second. That's
you
great.
can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
So yeah, it says drive virtually everywhere. That's kind of what I'm wondering.
In the
Like
classic
how,
Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in
like
a
can you
bid for
can you
first
ride
place.
anywhere you want, or drive anywhere you want,
But don't
even not
sleep at the
racing?
wheel.
That's what I'm
You'll also
wondering.
drive to the next
Yeah, I feel like
course
it
as
is going
part
to
of
be
the
just like
competition.
that.
With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition.
I don't know if you
is
remember
heating
Mario
up.
Kart 64. Like in the Royal Raceway, you can actually get off the
Introducing
course and drive
Blackout
towards
Tour.
Princess
Race
Toadstool's
non-stop from one
castle,
corner of the world to another.
just like out of Mario 64. I don't know if you've ever done that. I've done that several times.
No, I
There are
like I said,
multiple
I'm
checkpoints along the way.
not the over-the-top
If you're below
Nintendo
the placement
fanboy.
shown
as
when you
great
hit a
as some others
checkpoint,
might
you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
Oh. No kidding there,
You
AC.
can
He
also
says,
freely
by the
drive
way,
around
they are
this
using
vast
Mario
world
Kart
in
8
free
Deluxe
roam.
music in this trailer.
By going off
Raph,
road,
what's
you can
good? I
explore
haven't
new
seen you in a
areas
bit,
and
man.
routes.
How you doing? Hope
So
all's
drive
good down there
wherever
in
your heart
Mexico,
takes
man.
you.
My wife says hi as well.
You can also go for scenic drives with friends.
Yeah,
and
see, this
even
is
take photos together at
this,
different
this
locations.
is like what I mean. This is like Forza Horizons kind of level stuff here.
I'm gonna play Forza. That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Like I'm trying to imagine this.
Oh, you need to play at least one
Brand new
Forza
race
Horizon
across
game,
the
man.
entire world
They're
starts
great.
here.
I'm not a big sim racing guy
Mario
anymore,
Kart World.
but I fucking
The
adore
game launches on the
Forza
same
Horizon
day as
stuff.
Nintendo Switch 2. More
Now that's
details
Xbox.
about this
Well, I mean,
title will
I
be
have a
shared in
PC.
an
I could play
upcoming
on
Mario
PC if I
Kart World
want
Direct.
to.
So be on the lookout for more information.
And we'll
What's the best
find
one?
out-
Future.
we'll
Doesn't
find
matter
out
which
more
one.
soon.
Doesn't matter what's a
Mario
good one to
Kart
start
World
with.
launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
All right, so April 17th, they said, was going to be a full dedication to some Mario Kart. So that's good to know. Brian, what'd you say? Sorry, I was reading and turning down some volumes and stuff. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Oh, I was asking about Forza. Like, if there was a game I should, if I got interested in Forza, what would be a good game to start with?
Just start with the newest one. It's really damn good. The other ones have been delisted, so you'd have to go online and get them. But just start with Forza Horizon 5. It's really damn good. I enjoyed it. It takes place in Mexico too, and the game looks really amazing. You could, if you want, you could just get a month of Game Pass PC and try it out if you really want to.
I'll watch some gameplay videos to get an idea what kind of racing sim it is. I don't know if I've ever seen that type of game before.
Yeah,
I never really watched it.
it's like a mixture between arcade and sim.
Okay, all right.
And Raph, let me know if the trailer sounds better to you. I adjusted the volume on the trailer to see if that would help. And Nah says, mad respect for that. LOL. I hate both sides of the FF7 fandom. That's funny. It's more so like if you ever want, I can message you later about that. Nah, it was more fun than anything else. And yeah, Brian's on his phone. He had to run and go do something, so we're kind of doing it live. I do appreciate him hopping on. So once again, Mr. Oversized Jacket over here.
Who recognizes who that is?
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2.
New features.
These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2.
Joy-Con 2.
And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button.
These are basically the dimensions overall are just they're wider, they're longer, and they're thicker.
No, they added a cunt button, which I do appreciate. You just press it to get cunt.
Oh,
What do you want, babe? Drink? Which one? Sorry about that. So let's
Get
see
some
here.
new experiences it offers.
It's not a nut button. Because AC, he loves the nut button right here.
I can believe that.
Alone.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys.
Well,
That was me.
I got this. I've been messing with my audio. I had a update, so it's definitely messed with my audio. I could try cranking it a little.
No.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
Come on, no.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
One question for you.
A new feature from the year fucking
With this feature, you'll be
2005.
able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
I saw your little stat there. I have a question for you. Though.
While using the Game
Sure.
Chat
Do you think
feature,
the Switch is here to stay like the PlayStation? Like there's going to be a Switch 3 and then a Switch 4, or do you think the Switch 2 is going to be pretty much it for Switch going forward?
Man, I don't even know what tomorrow holds. I can't even speculate that far. With how fast the game industry keeps changing and everything like that, it's just too much, you know. I generally do feel like in the future, for sure, like PlayStation, Xbox, and PC are just going to be like, you know, open ecosystems of some sort, but Nintendo, it all depends with Nintendo. I think they might be the wild card. And Frank here says, I looked up Opie and Anthony, and the first video I pressed had them talking about excrement. Cool. I love Opie and Anthony. The old school days of Opie and Anthony were great. Oh man, you got Frank. Look up Schizo Bill and the Beekeeper skit. That is like one of the best ones ever. Or Mondo Topless and My Baby is Black. Look up those skits. Those are great. All right, let's take a gander
It's
here.
recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? All right, let's keep going. Okay. So,
It can pick up.
All right. I gotta say this because the jokes have been going around online. But this does remind me a lot of the Xbox One in so many ways, shapes, and forms. Even down to like yelling and having a camera looking at you while you play a game. You know, it's like, you know, I just can't get it out of my head a little bit here.
Your speaking voice
Was the
clearly.
frame rate as
from a
bad as it was on the
on here.
Xbox One?
No, it's actually way better.
Let's make a left.
Yeah,
Let's make
that's
a
what I
When it's
thought.
noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly.
Man, they got and then Nintendo's chat. They got so much crap for that.
Yeah.
For
I
the
got-
240p camera.
I want to know how functional this like voice chat will be. Like when they go like, well, it's noisy around you. I'm like, so does that mean we get rid of like those stoners that blast their music too loud while they yell at their kid for crying? Like, I want to know. Will it get rid of all that background noise? Are we going to get rid of that hilarity?
Letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a boat?
Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's so pink.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job, good job.
There we go.
you can also share your game screen.
Oh, yeah.
Someone just like go on top of that dinosaur.
Really?
They can do that?
Can do it? You guys, I just did it.
I want to do it too.
Oh shoot!
Oh, he's trying to eat me.
Hello, Ken. How you doing?
Okay.
Raph, I take offense
You
to
can
that. I
chat
don't
to
beat
your
my
heart's
wife. I
content,
just yell at her.
Even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh wow! I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell. I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're on a
It's like they got a whole bunch of those like Spider-Man movies playing beneath it, running at like 3 frames per second. I think this is the funniest thing in the world.
Star, that's so cute.
So
Yeah.
cute.
I just love
You
how
can
bad
adjust
that
the
frame
size
rate
of your
is.
game screen.
Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
Hey, how you doing there, Killer? How you doing, buddy?
Or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above
Yeah, let's do it.
wall that's to your left.
You're almost there.
It's just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
this is where I have to do
It's like the wall. You just gotta get past the wall. Let's get past the wall, bro.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. Wait.
This is like the stuff I hate. It's like that cringe, like
Oh, nice.
you know, fake.
Let's take a picture
We're
here.
gonna beat the enemy kind of voice chat they do.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose moves.
Raph,
On
they
the
actually
right
explain
Joy-Con
how
2
powerful
controller,
the Switch
there's an
2 is
additional button.
later on
With
in the
the
stream.
C button,
So your
you can
answer
pull
will
up a
be
chat menu.
given. Don't worry.
Oh dang.
A really Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right
Oh,
back. Yeah?
oh my God.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this.
I just hate this camera. It
By
just looks so
connecting this
stupid.
camera to the system,
Yeah, it looks awful.
Hey!
Hi,
My
we're
webcam
on
looks-
Skype over here, everyone. Look, it's Skype. Microsoft may be closing it down, but Nintendo's bringing it back, baby.
Good?
you can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Your face is on here.
Wait, Nick, how is
Yeah, this is like,
It was good.
this is like the dumbest thing ever.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
Well, Nintendo's always been behind.
No, they're making their own like platform into an everything platform.
Please
I'm
look forward
convinced.
to games which use your camera feed like this.
We mean everything.
Like, I truly do believe that Nintendo will make its own eBay. That's my theory.
If I go a little more this way.
I can't comment on
Using
that.
game chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. play together, or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites.
Yoshi. Big
Decide
Yoshi.
your own rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families.
Someone's gonna make a funny video out of this. Oh, you know that they're gonna put like some
Anytime,
horrific
anywhere.
stuff in the background of those
Game
people.
chat.
They'll be like, they're gonna take that girl who goes, "Hi guys," and it's gonna be like the background of Auschwitz, and like all her other friends will be at like Nazi rallies or something. I guarantee you, if it doesn't exist, I just willed it into existence now.
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely,
Like right here, they're gonna just replace this background, and it's just gonna be like a Nazi rally behind this poor girl of questionable ethnicity.
including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place. The camera you saw in the trailer is the
Now that's
Nintendo
all
Switch
sold
2
separately,
camera,
right?
Oh yeah, of course.
which will be available on the
course.
same day as Switch
Hey, how you doing, Gino? It's good to see you. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for
2.
stopping
Nintendo
by.
Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat. However, since
I'm
we'd
not
like
shocked
as
by
many
this one.
people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out.
All right, so they're gonna give you basically less than a year to try out this voice chat for free before you have to start paying it. So that's interesting. I missed this because I was at work. I'm still
So
not
did they
gonna
give a
hook you.
price?
I'm sorry.
Did they give a price? Did they give a price yet?
Yeah,
Did they say what's gonna be?
for this stuff, yes, they did. I actually have that pulled up in a tweet for later. Now, let's continue on here.
Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
You can control the parental controls from the phone.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I mean, is it bad that I just freeze frame this guy at the worst position? Oh, it's so funny. I can't help it, dude. It looks like this guy stole his dad's jacket. It doesn't fit him properly.
No, you're right.
You know what? I will say this. I do think that's a smart idea. I wonder how, like, is it just for private chat? Or is it going to be like the wild days of the Xbox 360 era when it's like, you're playing like Uno and women are just popping out titties? I wonder if that's going to happen, and we're going to have some wild Switch 2 stories, that's for sure.
Nintendo? I always thought Nintendo was the proud family company.
Oh, yeah, but Xbox 360, they had that little camera too. And you could, like, when they were playing Uno, you can have, like, your actual video avatar showed up as you. And it gets some wild stuff there, because people are freaks.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with GameShare.
That's
As shown
actually
here,
good.
even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With GameShare, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time.
Oh,
GameShare
I
also
missed
supports
this
online
one too.
play
That's
with
actually
other
looks
Switch 2
pretty good,
systems.
actually.
And you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. GameShare can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. GameShare support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Yeah, I heard that it was a thing on the 3DS. You're right, Raph. I know AC and I think not Frank mentioned that when they were streaming earlier. But I didn't know that. I wasn't like super big into the 3DS back in the day. So that it's still cool that they're bringing it back in some way, shape, or form, you know? And hello there, Mr. JM. How you doing? We are you French? We are you French? We are you French? Sorry, usually I'm the one that fucks up this spelling like that. Nas also wants to ask you a question, nerd. Or Ryan, I should say. Carl, can you ask God Poriel about Blood Meridian? Meridian. There you go.
Blood Meridian. I haven't finished that book. I'm only halfway through it. I'm reading Wheel of Time instead right now. Then I'll probably get back to it. Effed up book. It's a book about bad people doing bad things. And someone actually had the nerve to compare it to Red Dead Redemption 2. It's like they're nothing alike.
True that, Ernesto. All right, let's continue on. This guy is the wheel light. No, wait. He kind of looks like Asian Tom Hanks. I got it. That's who he looks like.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's Asian Tom Hanks, guys.
We'd like to show you the
Okay,
Nintendo
we got a
Switch 2
problem.
system itself.
Okay, that was bad.
Please take a look.
Bigger screen, same thickness.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch.
So it's like
The
a...
system's thickness remains the same.
What's the difference in dimensionally three?
With a
What'd you say there, Brian?
So I forgot what how much bigger the new Switch is. It's like a couple inches bigger.
It's like
each side.
It looks like it's an inch bigger in terms of the screen size.
Yeah.
It's the same thickness from what it looks like.
Approximately double the pixels.
I think they added like a little holder at the end, so you can extend it. You can put it on the table and play it or something.
Yeah, they're going over that right now.
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
LCD.
The LCD screen is more
HDR.
vivid
Oh my God.
and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and
I
dark
never thought they'd
areas
ever
of the
catch up to
images.
HDR.
Yeah, so we're partying like it's 2018, bro.
The all-new
Well, that was the best chat. That was the best chat. The
magnetic.
entire thing.
Strong magnets keep the controllers
Man,
firmly attached to
when
the
did they
system.
finally adopt
Detach the
HDMI with the
controller
Wii U?
easily by
Then
pressing
with the
release
Wii,
button on the back.
and they already had HDTVs, 720p.
I think some of the later iterations
SL
of the Wii
and
had
SR buttons are
HDMI
bigger
input.
For greater comfort and control when
Did
playing
they?
with the
I think
Joy-Con
some of
2
them
held
did. Don't
horizontally.
quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. I actually... Oh! Now that we're talking about HDMI for the Wii, my wife just flipped me off because she knows what's going to happen now. So I had like the most woman argument with my wife the other day.
Uh-oh.
So I got a Wii in the mail because I wanted to play Pandora's Tower, and it was taking a little bit longer to fix my Wii U than I anticipated. And it came with a HDMI converter, and it is like basically the most simple HDMI converter you could get. It just plugs right into the back of the system. And she didn't know how that worked, and some hilarity ensued, right, babe? Come on, it was funny. You gotta say it was funny. Don't flip me off. You know it was funny. She's so mad about this. It wasn't mean. I was like, how do you not know how it works? You're like, I don't know how it works. And it's like you just plug it in the back. It's so simple. It's like one step direction. It's not even. See, she's arguing. She's still arguing, fellas. She's still arguing. See? Oh man. I'm not mean. It's like when my sister was like, "Oh, I had to push mom and hold the coffee." I'm like, "Why didn't you give mom the coffee?" You know, it's like, what are you talking about? Carl 1, women 0. Wow, I get a message on YouTube that your feed is restricted. Giggity. Whoa. Is it restricted?
Is it because of what do they call it? When AC was going through that this morning.
It's working just fine from what it looks like for me. Everyone else seems fine. It didn't cut the feed on my end either. I'm paranoid. I gotta look.
Seems like they don't want people like reacting to things anymore.
No, it's fine. I didn't get a message. It doesn't say anything. I'm not monetized anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
Oh well. I'm not monetized. I don't care. Let him claim it.
Sticks are
Let him
now
get like 5 cents off of ad revenue off of my channel. Who cares?
Each Joy-Con 2 controller
Yeah, I got
can be
hit
used
for
as a
I got hit
mouse
for like
to play
music
with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse
last year.
controls. By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a
Built-in
built-in
mic.
microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
Something I probably never used.
It could be restricted in
Even if you
Canada,
don't
but
have a
Canada's not a real
surround
country.
sound
We
system,
established that.
Games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Hey, it's the sound I use to fall asleep at night. Rain.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this.
I do like that they gave you the giant stand this time instead of going the nub like they did the original side.
Is that what they did?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
2 USB ports? Oh, there you go. I gotta get that out.
Wow.
Wow.
Two whole ports.
In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system,
You can just ride in the field like that? Wow.
Yeah, like I said, it's like Forza Horizons.
it's handy for connecting
Can
a
you read the
USB-C
card
camera.
too?
Yeah, the stand does kind
Or
of look flimsy.
charging
I
in
do kind of
tabletop mode.
agree. Yeah, the OLED one was a lot sturdier looking.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
256.
Wow.
That of Nintendo Switch for storing your game downloads, save data, and
But you
more.
gotta use a different. I forgot. You have
Reading
to
and
use a
writing
different
data
SD
is
card
also
for
fast.
additional space.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock.
And the only
to
reason why I
connect
can
your
hold as
TV
many
and
games on my
enable
Switch
up
as
to
I can is because I
4K
put like the
resolution
largest
for compatible
SD
games.
card I could find.
HDR
Yeah.
is also supported in TV mode.
Oh, cool. The dock actually lets you do 4K this time. Great. That's actually good. I wonder, does the dock also work for the old Nintendo Switch? Probably not.
What do you mean?
Like, will it let you charge your Nintendo Switch?
The
in your
Nintendo Switch 2
dock?
dock has a built-in fan that keeps
I don't
your
know.
system cool. This helps
That's a
keep
good question.
performance stable.
Oh, that's nice. Actually doing something with the dock. There you go.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you
The
can
dock
play
looks like a
Nintendo
toaster.
Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
Don't crush my dreams yet, AC. I haven't got answers all for everything.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch.
I forget. Do you have a Switch?
Redesigned the system from the
Adam?
ground up
I
and
got 3 of
packed in
them.
lots of new gameplay
Yeah.
features.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently
How do you
developing
Choose
this
which
game.
one to play.
Mr. Kawa,
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
How do you choose which one to play then if you have 3?
Well, one's my wife's. The other one is the one I used to play, and the other one was the Monster Hunter Rise Collector's Edition, that console that I bought that I just now keep on display. You know?
Oh, so you keep it in like the pack, you keep it in the box and all that.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't. I don't have the box anymore. I just kind of display it with my Monster Hunter figurines and stuff like that.
Okay.
By the way, keyword compatible Switch games. Wasn't there not that many though that said that they didn't have that issue there? AC, from what I was reading earlier. I got to look more into that later. And now we say goodbye to Mr. Asian Tom Hanks. So bye-bye, Mr. Asian Hanks.
Hello.
Hi.
My current location is actually inside the game itself.
Game itself.
This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome
I
Tour.
wonder if
Exclusive
Asian
to
Tom
Nintendo
Hanks
Switch
is going
2.
to get trapped on an island for a couple of years.
I mean, he is trapped on
standing over
island. It's
here.
called Japan.
Okay,
That
everyone.
was a good one. I
join
didn't
me
think of that.
inside the game.
Kind of walked
There
right
are
into
a lot
that
of
one.
question mark icons here.
Yeah.
Let's examine them.
AC's trapped on an island too.
Yeah.
This sign reads,
I wish I was
"Where
trapped on
are
an
the
island
magnets?"
called Hawaii.
We're going
The
We're
Joy-Con
going to
2
that island.
controllers attached
Going
to
to that
the
island in a
system
couple
with
weeks.
magnets.
I know.
And those magnets are
Hopefully
inside
going
the
next year if
system.
everything works out right.
The SL and SR
Yeah,
buttons on
yeah,
the Joy-Con 2
just,
are made of metal.
Gotta save and make sure you got all the
So that's how
preparations
they
in
attach
hand.
to the
So.
system.
Yeah.
You
A
got this.
magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach.
So it's a magnet basically. So it just magnetizes
examining
the
signs like these, you can discover all sorts of
Joy-Con
secrets
to
about
the
Nintendo Switch 2.
to the
Another
tablet
example,
basically.
The
Yeah,
Joy-Con 2
which I kind of
controllers have
like.
mouse controls.
It sounds fun.
And when combined with
But
the
I think
gyroscopes,
ICP
you
has
can even do something
ruined
like this.
magnets for me because I always go like fucking magnets.
You can adjust
how
the
they work.
position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible.
Wow.
There are secrets to discover even as you're playing minigames and tech demos.
Oh, bro, they got maracas?
Some of the secrets range from
Fucking
the
day
universe of
one.
the system
Day one.
to
Babe,
tiny
get my
details
wallet.
you might not
Get
notice
my
until
wallet,
they're
babe.
pointed out. There are
We're
plenty.
buying this tech demo right now.
Nintendo Switch 2
Wait, so
Welcome Tour will
is this
launch
something
as
you
a
have to
paid
buy, or
video
is this something
game
that comes
on
with
the
the
same
system?
day as
Now you have to
Nintendo
buy
Switch
it
2.
separate because
So please
Nintendo's
check
like,
it out
fuck
if you're
you.
interested.
Now,
Why would
I'd like
anyone-
to share some
why
more
would anyone buy
information
that?
regarding
I don't
Nintendo
know.
Switch 2.
Maybe if it's like $1, that'd be funny.
This is the game card for Nintendo Switch.
What did
2
you think of this? The whole cartridge is
It's the
actually
same
what, a
shape as
license thing, and so you still have to download the.
We'll get to that
game.
more later because I want to sit down and have thoughts about that. I just kind of want to get through this whole thing before we get on a tangent about that stuff. But
Okay.
I do like that the cartridges are red because that's cool.
Yeah, red for Super Mario.
Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds.
Faster.
Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards.
There we go.
They're a
Micro
different type of
SD Express.
card and will make high-speed data transfers possible. Please note,
And that was like the
regular
best
micro
move
SD
Reggie could
cards
do.
used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible. Additionally, to transfer
You
data
hear-
from
hold on a
Switch
second.
to
Hold on. AC, do you hear that? Your little like shadow micro SD card you bought is now a paperweight.
Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing a new Pro Controller.
Pro
It has a
controller.
C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back there are new GL and GR
And the
buttons,
Pro
which you
Controller
can use to assign existing button
Has
controls.
an audio jack.
In addition, an audio jack has been added.
Guys,
We've
we really are
introduced a few
partying it
new
up like
features,
it's
and after
2013
today's
right now,
presentation,
guys.
the
Great.
official Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch
you know most
will go
most
live.
phones now
There
don't
will
even
also
have
be
an audio
Ask
jack.
the Developer
Yeah,
article on the
but that makes
website,
sense.
Where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Should have launched it on Juneteenth. It would have been funnier.
Now,
We could have made great memes.
broadly speaking,
Beautiful memes. Wonderful
on
memes.
Nintendo Switch 2, you can play three.
Are you gonna get it day one?
The first type is Nintendo
Yeah.
Switch 2
When
games.
if I can, I'm gonna. I have my
These games take
notifications
advantage
on.
of the performance and features of Switch 2.
I think that it was the next week that
The second
they're
type
gonna
is
the
compatible
pre-orders are
games
gonna
that were
start
released
for this.
on Nintendo
Yeah, April 9th, they said at Best Buy and everywhere else, too. This is the part that makes me happy, though, right here. See these two games that run at, like, 3 frames per second on a good day? I'd like to see what they run at with, like, real frame rate. That'd be great. Because that's the biggest gripe I have with Scarlet and Violet. I think they're great games, but they run like doo-doo. So that makes me upset. I will also say that it's kind of nice to see a lot of these other games on here. I wonder how the like Nintendo Online features are going to be. Will they be more stable this time? Because that's all I really care about too. Is a lot of this stuff is basically me looking at it as like I'm upgrading my Switch to actually give me like performance and stuff that I've been wanting. Because that's like my biggest gripe with like Switch games is that they don't run that well, especially a lot of these later ones. It's kind of nightmarish.
Nintendo Switch.
Let's hope.
Nintendo Switch 2
Let's hope
edition games are the
performance improves. You know, I mean,
Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved.
because that seems to be the most
visuals,
common
new ways to
complaint
play
that I
on
keep
Switch
hearing.
2, and more.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch.
So
2
apparently
edition
they're
of
going to
Super Mario
start
Party
making.
Mode.
Do you think this is going to be a thing, or is this just going to be for like this Mario Party, where they're going to take Switch games and they're going to make DLC for the Switch 2?
They already did that with PlayStation. I think a lot of people kind of forget about that. That Sony did this with like 3 games. They did it with Final Fantasy VII. They did it with Ghost of Tsushima, and they've done it with.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about Integrate. Yeah, they did that for Integrate. They did what was the Ghost of Tsushima? It was like what they call it?
EK Island or something. I forget. It was like another add-on story. It was like Iki Island or something.
Yeah.
And then like Burning Sands was only exclusive to next gen. Cyberpunk did that too with Phantom Liberty. They made that exclusive to next gen as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So they've been taking ideas from Sony.
Yeah. So that's basically what they've been doing is a lot of that stuff. Also, Raph, I don't like emulating. It's just a personal thing. I've always had issues with it. I don't necessarily like doing it. It's a little bit more extra work. I like having a game, even though like everything is kind of like going like DRM and digital. I still like having like that physical key card, that physical activation thing that I could still share with people. You know, I just don't like emulation as much. I know a lot of people like it because those people usually are, you know, not a Luddite and know what they're doing. And I feel like I am just slightly more tech savvy than a woman. So that's kind of also another reason why. It's like I could fake it through it, but I hate doing all that emulation stuff. I just want to play the game. Like, get me in the game, let me play the game, and let's go.
That sounds like. That sounds like my friend was always talking about Dolphin, the GameCube one, and just like modifying it. I'm just like,
and adds new features, including
I don't know what you're doing, buddy.
Audio recognition.
Like, I appreciate that, you know?
More expressive
I understand if you
rumble,
like that stuff. I understand if you're good at it. I'm just
and
not.
gameplay that uses a camera accessory. All of which can be accessed on Switch 2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play.
Yeah, there's this guy. He looks like one of those like Lazy Town villains.
You can experience all
That's
the
what it looks like.
reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect the most coins, guide an RC car with your voice, and compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally,
It kind of looks fun.
take a
I'll
ride
say that
on the
much. It does kind of
mouse-controlled
look fun and
Carnival coaster.
interesting.
With the safety bar lowered and
I
secure,
agree.
you're off.
I've always enjoyed
Use
Mario
mouse
Party.
controls
It's just
to
that
shoot down
they made
enemies
so
while you
many
feel
of them.
the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a mini-game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm. And one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these
spray paint
intuitive
the most,
minigames. How
the
quickly
bomb,
can you reach
basically?
the station? From minigames that use a camera, the
Astrobot
built-in
was kind of the
microphone,
same way.
mouse controls,
I see.
and Rumble. The biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2
Jamboree
Edition
TV.
plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch 2
The dog
July
said hi.
So it's not
24th.
So is it not the same thing as Super? I guess
Nintendo
it's not
Switch
the
2
same thing as Mario
players who
Party.
already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
I wonder how much that's going to cost.
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience.
I don't
You
want
can
to know.
see each other's reactions.
I've
while
heard between
playing.
like $10 and $20
Let's
for these
continue
upgrade
presenting
stuff.
some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
We did it, boys. Zelda's back.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The
So,
Legend of
so
Zelda
this is
Breath of
just
the Wild
like,
and The Legend of
how's
Zelda
this any
Tears of the
different? Is it
Kingdom.
just the frame rate that they're
That's
gonna
all
do?
I care about.
And frame
That's
rates.
all I care about. Just give me the frame rate.
And also support HDR, which
It sounded like
makes
the
image more
forest was
vibrant,
like the big improvement or
so you
something.
can play with
Yeah.
smoother, higher definition graphics.
I don't care about that. I care about frame rates, damn it.
Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature
Zelda
can be
Notes.
accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles.
You know what's so funny is I
example,
still have
it can
the
help
I
guide
have
you
the
to
Switch
various
app. I've never
locations,
used
like
it once.
shrines and Koroks you haven't
Well,
found
if the
yet.
Switch app kind of
Guidance
evolves so I
activated.
can take better screenshots and post them
Proceed
online,
north.
like the Xbox and the PlayStation one, then I'll be in on it because it looks like it did do something like that a
Cool.
little bit.
You can share your creations
So you
using
can look at
QR
your
codes
map
and
closer
send them
now
to another player
with
to
the
create
with
in
the
their
with the app. That's interesting.
No, that's bad. That's not interesting. That's stupid.
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
They already said so. A little bit of that AC is that there's speculation that they're going to basically do what PlayStation and other companies did with it. They're going to charge you like $10 or $20 for the update, and if it comes with like extra DLC on top of it, that will also determine how pricey it's going to be. If you do not have Nintendo Switch Online, you would have to pay up for. No, if you have like Nintendo Switch Online Plus, like the Ultimate Super Duper Edition, there, Kenneth, you get a few of those included in your package. You know, you have to pay for the service to kind of get it. It's like the Animal Crossing DLC and the Mario Kart tracks. If you have like the Super Duper family plan, you get all that stuff as part of your plan.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates. This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes.
Interesting.
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure.
I want to play this game, but it's a good thing I waited. I think I
Metroid
got it at
Prime
Woot
4
for like
Beyond
$40.
will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
You excited for the Metroid Prime 4 there, Brian Son?
Oh my gosh, you have no idea.
In addition to
Like,
standard controls, you can use mouse
I
controls
went
for
I went
intuitive
pins when they
gameplay
first
on Switch
announced
2.
it, but that was like it's almost 8 years
Plus,
ago. But
you
then
can
last
explore
year,
an immersive
I was
world
happy
in
that
4K at
the
60
project
frames
wasn't
per
dead.
second,
I'm looking
or
forward to this.
enjoy smoother
Like,
action in
if anything's
full
gonna get
HD
me out of
at
my
120
gaming
frames per
apathy,
second.
it's gonna be this.
Choose from these two modes, both of which support
Now the question
HDR,
is, I
based on
mean,
your preference and
I thought
playstyle.
this was gonna be a launch. I thought this was gonna be a launch title. I'm
Plus,
surprised I was wrong.
Pokemon
Yeah.
Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as
This
well.
is the only reason why
By
I would
taking
pay probably
advantage of the
$90
power of
is
Switch
just for
2,
this game.
You can enjoy your
That
adventure
is like
in
the
Lumio
only
City
game
with
that I
enhanced
kind of would
resolution
just
and
cave and
frame
pay the
rates.
full $90 for.
So is this a mainline Pokemon game,
No,
or is
it's a
this like?
spin-off.
2 edition
Is-
games you just
Is it like
saw will be
Arceus?
available
I played a little
Yeah.
bit of the
physical
Arceus
and digital
game,
versions.
Arceus Legends.
Yeah, it is.
Is it kind of like an
If you
open
already
area
own
and
the
you go
Nintendo
and
Switch
you
version of a
you
game,
know find
you can play
catch
the
Pokemon
Nintendo Switch
basically,
2 edition
Yeah.
by purchasing an upgrade.
and side quests and do a bunch of quests.
We hope you're looking forward
Yeah.
to these Nintendo
Yep,
Switch
yep.
2 edition games.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring
Yeah, I played a little bit of
mouse
Lost
control with
Interest, but I
Joy-Con
ended up giving that game to our mutual friend Dread Roberts.
Oh, fun. Bing.
Hopefully, hope his family will enjoy it. Oh, is this the gimmick game? Yeah, it's the gimmick game.
I like how they made a wheelchair game. It's just like, of all the games, wheelchair basketball for the Switch 2.
Well, I mean, come on, you gotta think about inclusion now.
I like what
Someone-
they did. It sounds interesting, you know, at least.
Yeah. You know what this kind of made me think of? The Metroid Prime, what was it, Tuner Ball or something that they had for the DS?
Yeah.
It's part of the Federation, this game. That's what it made me, that's what seeing this made me think of.
This just looks like a really dumb game to play. It would be like watching actual crippled people play basketball. Boring. I'm over here, bro. Pass that rock, bro. Pass me the rock, bro. I'm like Magic Johnson if he was hit by a car and didn't get AIDS.
Wow.
Now, see, if they had that in, like, cripple basketball, it'd be more interesting, because I bet you it'd be more fun to watch then.
Yeah.
If they could treat it like Tony Hawk and they just do, like this right here. That'd be cool to watch.
Yeah. My brother was in the. My brother played the
Drag,
Tony Hawk
you'll
game
use
for
both
64. I never
Joy-Con
got into
controllers
those.
as mice to intuitively pull off various
All
moves.
right.
We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls. Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
All right, let's hear some good stuff. I didn't get to fully watch this, so it's great.
Elden Ring.
I do find that this is funny that it's going to be on the Switch too.
Maybe I should complete this since I put so much time into this already.
Yeah. I just am not a fan of the Souls games. It's not. They have never been for me.
Never. My friend has been trying to get me to play Souls games for years, and this game came out, and I was just like, you know, I'll try this one, Elden Ring. Written by a guy who still hasn't finished his book series.
Here to say that
And that's all I'll say.
Have you ever played Hades at all, Brian?
Our first ever sequel
I've
introducing
seen
Princess of the Dead.
it's the isometric one, right?
Yeah.
I've heard good things. I've never gotten around to it because there's just so many.
Oh, you gotta play that. I love these games. They're great.
In a story that reacts to your
So is this like a hack and slash kind of, or is it
It's the kind of
RPG?
game you can quickly pick up and
It's like
play,
RPG.
whether
It's like a roguelike.
the original or not.
I love it. The new one's been pretty good. I've just been waiting. It hurts my hands. That's what I hate.
Uh-huh.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。我々がお
Yeah,
届けす
like
るタイトルは
yeah, Hades actually, yeah, Hades looks good. I just haven't gotten around to playing it.
本体を持ち
I,
寄ってな
what's the one that I did play? What's the one I did play?
ソフ
I
トは
can't think of the name
ソフ
right
トは
now.
他に総勢26キャラクターを収録し
It's
た
the one where you after you play something, then you rewind it and then you try it again.
Prince of
I forget
Persia.
what. No, it's not Prince of Persia.
楽しみに
It looks like an 80s game. It looks like a VHS, and you rewind, and you have to like go into a. You have to slay people in a pattern or something. It's 2D. It's like a little I don't know if it's a platformer. I can't think of the name. I had it.
Commencing launch.
I don't know. The only game I can think of is Lysen Penga.
We will
I don't think that's the same game.
From humans.
No.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for
Arsenal.
sale, and you're buying.
Didn't the first version of this game like suck?
This planet will
I could recall that the first one, Daemon Ex Machina or Machina, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like I remember it like reviewed horribly.
Because we're in the middle of a
Yeah, I remember that too.
I won't just stop you.
I remember I think the game got delayed initially.
All children,
yeah,
bring hope to our lives.
And then when it did come out, people whined about it. People complained about it.
I just heard it wasn't good. This is currently my game of the year, Brian. You need to play this game.
What is this? Split Fiction?
Yeah, this game's awesome.
You play as me.
Wait, so what did you play? What platform did you play this on?
It's crossplay, and you can play with anyone as long as one person actually owns the game.
Let me tell you this: if you like It Takes Two,
so this is basically like a 3D platformer.
It's basically it's a co-op game, and it's super fun. Neo and me have been playing it. It's so over the top and great.
Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform.
You know, is it sad to say that I almost want to pick up that Madden game just to play it on the go when I'm
Hi,
bored?
I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software. We are bringing
Hell yeah, we can finally play Hogwarts Legacy above 2 frames per second.
And seamless world transitions. You'll be immersed in the
like
Wizarding
the
World
original
like never
Switch version of Hogwarts Legacy was
And the new mouse
asshole.
controls on Switch 2
It played like a visual novel. You had to like load everything. The first patch
Discover
notes
the
was
enhanced
amazing
magic
for it.
when Hogwarts Legacy launches on
Really?
the same day as Switch 2.
Yeah, Raph, they said it could do 4K 60 or 1080p 120. Tokyo. I do think that's interesting. I don't know who this person is. Am I supposed to be excited? Oh, they got a SpongeBob level? That's cute. They just quickly throw that in there. SpongeBob!
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman.
You ever play these? I never
Assassination,
played
to
Hitman.
Nintendo Switch.
Any of them?
I've never gotten into the Hitman series. I tried playing the new ones. I was not super overwhelmed, but I'm not really into like the slow and low kind of games. I'm like, fast and loud, kind of just like me as a person.
It's all true, everybody.
Yes. I think what Raph is asking is if they have the specs. They didn't release the specs for what I could tell you, but what they're basically saying is that they're targeting for all their games to run at 4K 60 and 1080p 120. So I don't know the specs. It's all about optimization though, and I think we'll find out more when more data comes out. They haven't fully released everything.
As the best assassin in the trade,
Ken, I'm going to
1847 does
fucking get
everything
rid
it
of you
can to
if you
accomplish
actually
his
do that
mission.
for real next time.
And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Oh, is that the specs over there, AC? This was actually like been known for quite some time too. By the way, I said this earlier, Brian. That
What do you think this is like? Is this a brand new, like, original Bond game, not based off of any movie or something?
I think it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be like its own original Bond story. That's my guess. If we're kind of seeing like what Bethesda and Machine Games did with Indiana Jones, I wouldn't be surprised if IO also just made up a new James Bond scenario. You know?
Do you think it's Do you think they're going to do the first person like GoldenEye? Keep that type of gameplay?
I mean, maybe. I mean, I'd have to see more. But like I said, this has been rumored for quite some time. I'm actually very shocked to see it show up here of all places too. So that actually caught me off guard. But yeah, this game I'm interested in more. I want to hear more because I think mostly most of the James Bond like games they made have been actually relatively good.
Who's making this again?
IO Interactive.
Okay.
James Bond. The world's
Give
favorite
me
spy
remasters
is
of
coming to Nintendo
Nightfire
Switch
and
2,
everything
so
or
stay
nothing.
tuned.
Damn it. I want From Russia with Love.
The story
Oh, yeah.
of light and shadow that never fades.
Yeah, they actually got Sean Connery for that one.
I'm actually excited about this the most.
Remastered
I like the
in
Bravery
high
Default
definition.
remastered is coming out. I'm very excited in picking this up.
Commands that help you control
I think
the
I have the first one on. I think I still have the first one on 3DS. I haven't played it yet though.
I do as well, and I haven't played it as well too.
adventure with upgraded features.
I think it
and
just plays like
enhancements.
classic Final Fantasy, doesn't it?
Games with unique ways to play.
A little bit, yeah.
Square Enix presents the classic.
I forget this
fantasy
one is
RPG,
just has the job system.
Bravely
You get
Default Flying
pick the
Fairy
jobs for
HD
your
remastered.
characters.
Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light
Yeah.
once more.
Flying Fairy. Is that a brand new one or is it a...
It's a remaster. Finally, you Switch plebs can play Peak Fiction right here. You can play Peak Fiction. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna pick this up just for having it.
Have you played all the Yakuza?
I haven't played all of 5. I'm over halfway through that. 6, Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth, and The Man Who Stole His
We'll have
Name
more games to show
are the
from our
ones I have
publishing and
not
development
played at all.
partners. But for now, we'd like to show a game
Never
we
seemed
developed
to
in
escape from this
collaboration with
one.
Nintendo.
Everybody,
Please take a look.
I've had different groups of friends recommend the series to me.
Yeah, you have to. They're great games. You would love them. I'd say that to everyone.
I've been telling myself to beat I own the Shenmue games. I've been telling myself to beat those before getting into Yakuza.
No, don't even bother. They're ass. They're ass comparatively speaking. You can move on now, Brian. And JM says, wasn't Bravely Default 2 not great? I heard it was just average to mediocre. I don't remember it being like necessarily like bad. Koei Tecmo, AAA Game Studio.
Oh, this is the one that AC is going to commit seppuku for. So
Joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface. Their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom.
I'm not like I said, I haven't played any of these
Terrible
games.
evil arose.
I know he's played like 3 million hours though for some reason into them, and I don't know
A
why.
war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call.
I played the first Hyrule Warriors back in the day when it first came out. I think it was 2014.
Yeah.
It was fun for a little bit. Then I just got bored with it. I beat the main quest, and then I sold it.
So that's Hyrule Castle?
Our buddy Legend of Leo will be happy, Brian. That's what AC
Must
says.
mean this really is the past.
Oh, I forget. Is he a fan of these guys? I forget.
I don't know. I really think they're cooking with the song. They use it all the time.
He is.
He has fantastic waifu Sagoon over in the first one. That's funny.
So this is supposed to be a prequel to the, or this is supposed to take place even before the.
Yeah, it's a lead-in story.
Age of Imprisonment. Okay. So this is even before the other Dynasty Warriors
Hyrule
one.
Warriors Age of
I
Empires.
forget what that one was called. I didn't bother with it.
Age of Calamity or something.
Age of Calamity, that's it. The Age of Calamity is like
We hope you're looking
how
forward
Link
to the
becomes
untold story of the imprisoning war, which took place
injured,
in
I
Hyrule
think.
long ago.
I think so, yeah. I don't know.
And now,
And then he goes to
Hey,
sleep
Tom
for
Hanks is back.
Switch
Hello,
Online.
Asian Tom Hanks.
You can continue to enjoy Nintendo
He's still
Switch
stuck on that
Online
island, everybody.
Switch 2.
Wilson!
And with Nintendo Switch
Nintendo!
Online Plus expansion pack,
I thought I said this too right before. I'm like,
membership
watch, it's gonna be
benefit
GameCube.
exclusively on
And of course,
Switch
it's going
2.
to be GameCube, guys.
Please
Spoiler
take
alert.
a look at this.
Sorry to take the hype out. Doom.
Nintendo
You know how long
Switch
it's been?
Online Plus
We've been
expansion
waiting
pack
for
will be getting a
GameCube
new classic game
thing
library
for like
exclusive to Nintendo Switch
13 years or 12 years
Nintendo
now, over
GameCube,
12 years.
Originally
since
released
Wii U
in
first came out.
2001.
Yeah.
Here are the titles that will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda
Because
game
the Wii had
Part
almost
2
had every
come to
system
life
except for
through cell
GameCube
shading.
on
Controlling the
Virtual
Wii using a
Console.
mysterious baton, Link set sail on an adventure across the Great
I wish
Sea.
these were native.
The Legend
That's the
of
only
Zelda,
my big
The
gripe.
Wind Waker. Transcending history and the world.
I do love that
never
we got
played
Soul
Souls
Calibur
and
2. This is the best one
eternally retold.
for guest
This
characters,
3D
that is.
weapons-based fighting game.
I never played
each
this. I've
fighter
never played
comes
Soul
equipped
Calibur.
with a different
I've heard
weapon.
nothing but
And Link
like
from
one of the
Legend
highest rated
Zelda
games of all
series
time.
enters
This is one of the
fray.
best ones because it got Link.
Soul Calibur
Link
2.
and Megaton
Yeah.
Hammer is the best.
Experience a world
And you
of
got the
white-knuckle
best,
racing at speeds
you know,
over 2,000
F-Zero game
kilometers
ever
per
made,
hour.
which was
30
made by
machines
Sega,
will
which
put
makes
it
me laugh.
all on the line in
Sega
death-defying
made this
racing.
one? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Featuring the
Sega was the
series'
lead
first
developer on it.
machine customization and story mode.
Isn't this the last?
Ready to
Isn't this the last F-Zero game they ever made too? I think GameCube was the last
Yeah.
Games
console
that
that
support
they made F-Zero
Up to
for.
4 can
I don't
play
know why.
together
It makes me
locally
sad.
or online.
I guess Mario Kart. I guess I don't know.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases.
Wow.
You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking.
No way.
You can customize
More
controls
titles will
now.
be added in the future.
I do like that we get
Right.
Gale, Darkness, and Chibi Robo and Path of Radiance there. That's great. And Pokemon. Oh,
Nintendo
Coliseum?
GameCube,
Oh, hell yeah.
Nintendo Classics. The
I'm surprised
Switch
they
exclusive
include
game
Mario
library
Kart
coming
Double
to
Dash.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus
It
expansion
probably will
pack
be eventually.
launches the same
That's
day as
that
the
already
hardware's
itself right
release.
there is worth your lineup if you pay for
And
that.
a dedicated
Yeah.
controller
Because like those three
designed after
games
the
are like
original GameCube
$700.
controller will also be released. It
Oh
can
yeah.
connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly
I
access
can't believe
and
Tomodachi Life is $150.
the Nintendo
on eBay.
GameCube controller, exclusively available for
that's
Nintendo
crazy.
Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as
Or
Nintendo
get the
Switch 2.
GameCube controller.
Yeah,
Whether
I
you're
can't wait
familiar
for,
with the games
for AJ.
or
I
haven't
miss
played them
AJ.
before,
That little bastard needs to
we
show
hope
back
you're
up. I
looking
miss him.
forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics.
Yeah, so
Of
AC, we're
course,
getting a
you
family
can
plan.
continue
Don't
to
remember.
play
Don't
select
forget.
games
You're gonna be
from
on it all the way from
systems shown
Japan.
here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay,
AC part of the
let's see some
family?
more
I had no
games from
idea.
our publishing and development
We're gonna do
partners.
it, bros. We're gonna have party nights again. We're gonna play everyone's golf on our Switch 2s. All right.
What is this? Oh, Delta Room.
Yeah, I know nothing about this game. I know it's made
Well,
by
this
the
is-
Undertale devs. I know that.
Undertale. Heard of Undertale.
Never played Undertale either.
Yeah. Now this game looks pretty trippy.
Yeah, it looks like somebody who really liked Earthbound and or Mother, depending on where you're from.
Yeah, I like Earthbound.
I guess
only-
good old IJP
Hi,
is
I'm
excited
Randy
for
from
it.
Gearbox.
Hey guys, look!
Our upcoming flagship
It's
Borderlands
Randy
game
Pitchford.
will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons.
I don't know.
We're still in
I'm
development,
not
and
super
it's
excited
already
about
the
that.
most
It is what it
ambitious
is.
Borderlands game we've ever made.
You play the Borderlands?
4 will
I think
launch in
like 2 was
2025.
fun,
We'll be
but you
showing
need
a lot of the
friends.
game in the months ahead, and
Like I have to point this out here. Randy Pitchford, he looks like a pedophile. I don't know what it is. It's the jacket and the glasses. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
more
I don't
feature
trust
K
him.
on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk.
Trying to look younger than he is.
we're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
I never
of
got
Sid
into
Meier's
Civilization.
Civilization 7.
I heard this one sucked.
In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire.
I've been familiar with Sid Meier. I never really had a
With the new mouse
PC to
controls,
play these back in the day,
players enjoy a
so
more intuitive gameplay experience.
They brought Civ 6 to
Civ 7
Switch.
launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience those
Borderlands
controls in
honestly
Switch
needs to
2
go away for a
by
while.
purchasing
Yeah, I can see that.
And we have
you
even
can go
more
away
news
for a while,
from
like
2K.
not make any more games or something.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Lionel James.
That's not going to happen. As long as people keep buying them, they're going to keep making
is
them.
that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Bro, we got some WWE
2K
and
as
basketball, bro.
We
Let's
can't
go.
wait to see you in the ring.
And on the court.
4 kids find this old tattered map. Off they went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees.
Bro, this looks like a mobile game
Awesome!
for like a TV show.
Hook, line, and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it?
Ah,
Really have started.
I don't know about this one here. I'm sorry.
Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done.
Why would I play this when I could just play Grounded? That's much more fun.
This time for home.
It just looks like a really shitty mobile game. I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll. Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Enter the
Countless
Gungeon. Have you ever
bullets
played
named
Enter
for
the
Gungeon's
Gungeon,
depths
Brian?
in our roguelike shooter sequel.
No.
You should.
Now
It's actually
reloaded
pretty
and
fun.
in 3D
It's a
art
nice
style.
bullet hell game.
You can expect some
It's a
fan
bullet
favorite
what
elements
game?
to return.
Bullet hell?
We're still working on the
What's
game.
a bullet
We're
hell?
excited to share more with you in the
You
future.
don't know what a bullet hell game is? Is when they just shoot a bunch of crap at you and you go, oh my god, how is this even fair? Games my wife will play, exactly. Except my wife would definitely not even play that. Like I said, it just looks like a fake video game ad, you know? Now this looks more like a game my wife would play, let's be honest here, there. Just say Doom. It's not even like Doom though. Star Seekers.
2026.
Oh, Devolver Digital. Okay, I'm a little bit in
Hello,
on it.
my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red.
Where are they down?
Excited to bring the immersive world
Look
of
at
the
that.
dark future
Devolver
to Nintendo
Digital,
players for the
Cult
first
of the
time.
Lamb, and
Cyberpunk
other stuff like that.
2077 is
Their
an
publisher.
open-world action-adventure RPG
Oh, okay.
set in Nights. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can
That's the
transport
ultimate
yourself to the
edition, yeah,
city
that-
of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging
I just don't
stories
want to
when
play
Cyberpunk 2077
Cyberpunk. I'm sorry.
Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
Just don't really want to play it.
こんにちは。スクエアエニックスの浜口です。
Oh, Final Fantasy
Nintendo
remake.
Switch 2で
I have to resume this.
インターグレード
It's
を
a great game.
発売いたします
I enjoyed it a lot.
本作はミッドガル脱出までを
I I started replaying it. I played Beat Crisis Core last month. I started
Yeah.
playing this, and then the last couple of weeks I haven't really been playing anything. So kind of, so I gotta resume this. I'm on chapter 8 now. It's when you get to the second reactor.
You're getting close to the end.
I'm not even halfway. I think the final chapter is 17 or 18 or something.
All I know is that it's great to see. This game was fun. Kasumigami, Path of the Goddess. It's actually a very fun game. I'll say that. People should check that out. It was really fun.
You ever play Hollow Knight?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Goodnight Universe looked interesting for what I saw. Wild Hearts, a Monster Hunter clone. Failed game.
I can see.
Game my wife would play, Witchbrook, as I said before.
Puyo Puyo.
Tetris. Now here, this game, this Rune Factory game, I actually been interested in playing this one. It looked pretty cool.
Is it a typical RPG or
It's like a farming RPG kind of game and stuff like that.
farming?
But
Okay.
it's only coming to Switch and PC. So
I see.
I was gonna buy it on PC, but now that it's coming to Switch too, I might pick that up. And this Marvel Invasion game looks awesome. Star Wars Outlaws, baby, let's go! Are you
That
ready
game
to-
come out?
That was a flop and a half.
Yeah. Nobunaga's Ambition.
Yeah, those are like big in Asia.
Yeah.
F-Zero clone. The Pac-Man Edge game. Good old Raidu one. The Sumerian Files. Yeah, those games are fun. Ooh, what's this?
Reanimal.
I don't remember seeing that before. That's the first time I think I saw that. That looked actually good. Reiterator. I can't wait for this
Professor
new
Layton.
Professor Layton's game. It looks fun. Tamagotchi. Humans fall flat. Alright, I see what you're doing. I like that they put the flop known as Star Wars Outlaws on there. That's funny.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners.
Like that came out not too long ago, right?
Please take a look.
I'm sorry?
That came out not too long ago, right? That came out like last fall.
I think it
How
came.
about-
I feel like it was January.
So apparently, this game is a player versus environment. What
Yeah.
exactly is that? Basically Does that basically mean it's multiplayer?
It basically means exactly like every other game out there in this whole series. Some PvE with some PvP elements.
I give you my life.
That'd be interesting. Maybe we should play this with Kyle. All four of us.
Yeah, he's the first person I messaged him. Like, hey, bro.
Yeah, we should play
Practice.
Kyle and listen to him like autistically freak out every time we do something wrong.
Humanity's very dusk.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. Ah!
Yep.
Well, you know,
We hear,
Brian.
we hear it all the time. I hear. Well, yeah. Hey, that's exactly how what he calls me.
You know, I'll buy this game for support because I always buy these games for support. And one hopes that one day they just fucking click.
Yeah, I think I still have my PS4 copy of Bloodborne. I think it's PS4. Yeah, PS4.
Yeah, it was PS4. Thought Oni meant demon or spirit or something like that. That means ogre. Cool. That's wrong. This game does look cool. I love the FromSoft aesthetics that they put in their games. And
Yeah.
it always pains me deeply that I suck fucking balls at these games.
The games are not designed to be easy. I mean, I think too. That looks like one of the Digimon. It's a winged thing.
They all could be Digimon.
Devimon. That's what I'm thinking right now. Where did I remember that?
Yeah. Onimusha is a great game. Can't wait for your video there, IGP.
Yeah, Onimusha has been recommended a billion times already to me.
As befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Let's do it.
It looks like the wolf dude from Elden.
Yeah.
That's gigantic.
It's a raptor.
That's a dinosaur. Speaking of which, I picked up that I'm gonna play before I leave. Dino Crisis.
Good.
I didn't know that game existed. Because I love the old Resident Evil.
Yeah, Onimusha, Dino Crisis, and Devil May Cry all spawned off of Resident Evil.
I liked, yeah, and I didn't even like. My friend got me into Resident Evil, so because Shinji Mikami is behind it. You know,
Yeah.
That's why I bought the game. So I bought.
Wouldn't it be
Dino
funny
Crisis.
if this game is just a hero shooter and we all have been deceived?
Is that a mouse with wings?
I don't know.
Oh, this is from Software, so you got a lot of.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software.
That was cool. That was
We'll
a
be
surprise I
publishing
did not
creator's voice
expect.
article where the game's director,
Yeah.
Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details about the game. So please check it out
Creator's
when it's available. That's all from our publishing and development partners. We'd like to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners.
I wonder if Miyazaki worked
prepared
on that
footage
game.
for this presentation.
He just said he did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
I was disappointed we didn't get Halo
Showcase
announced
more
for Switch
games in the
2.
future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Are you gonna play with us, JM? I'll play. I'll suck. You guys have to
Please take
carry
a
me,
look at
but I'll
this.
play. Bing.
You ever play? You play any Kirby games ever?
No, never.
I only played. I played a little bit of Epic Yarn. And I played the one that came out. I gave that copy to Kyle. I gave the Return to was not Return. Forgot Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yeah.
The first 3D. I'm surprised the one on 64 wasn't 3D. It was 2D.
Yeah, I forgot.
Kirby-
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, Kirby and the Forgotten Land was a fun little 3D game.
JM,
Wasn't
Benji,
quite-
here
I
we're
was-
doing a family plan. We could get 8 people. Welcome aboard, simp.
So apparently this is like a follow-up to the
Alright.
3DS one. Yeah.
I never played Kirby's Air Ride. It was an expensive game. I know everyone was rock hard for this game when I kept seeing online reactions to it.
Masahiro Sakurai.
Sakurai. The day Sakurai dies, it's like a national tragedy in
Kirby
Japan.
Air Ride, which originally
It'll be like
was
the
a
9/11 of
GameCube
gaming.
system over 20 years ago.
Who's
is
gonna
making
make
a brand
the
new
Smash
game.
Bros games? If it's not for
We hope you're
Sakurai.
looking
I don't
forward to
know.
Kirby
Probably
Air
some
Riders,
Koreans or Vietnamese
directed by
people. I don't know.
Masahiro Sakurai. Next is our last trailer for today. Please take a look.
Honestly, I was totally I was expecting this to be another 3D Mario, and then seeing this be Donkey Kong. And I've been saying this for like the last year that I wanted a 3D, like a follow up to Tropical Freeze as a 3D Donkey Kong that was like Mario Odyssey. And I can't believe we're actually getting. I can't believe my wish actually came through here.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I'm seeing this. I'm like, am I dreaming? Now the question is, I'm curious if they're not doing a 3D Mario that DK's taking that helm this time.
Well, it's been a while since we've had like an open world kind of 3D Donkey Kong game like this, you know?
Is this open world? Or is this like Mario Odyssey, where it's like, or 64, where you still have you're in a single area that's separated from everything else?
I don't know. Could be a hub world style. I don't know. We'll see.
I think in Mario Odyssey, you basically go into the telephone pole, and then you travel to the next area, basically.
It does look really cool just to kind of be big, brutal Donkey Kong over here, just smashing everything up.
I like this little callback right there. Got the mine cart, yeah. Ooh, banana. So I'm guessing that purple guy on your back, he's basically, maybe he's the same type of role as like Cappy from Mario Odyssey, I'm thinking.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, this looks very. Is that candy? Was that Candy Claw?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
What do you think of the design? The new Donkey Kong.
Take it or leave it. It doesn't bother me. I'm not the biggest DK fan. So
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I still like
Incredible
the OG Kevin
Smash
Bayless
through enemies,
design from Punch 3.
walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through
The
a
most
massive
one makes me think of the
underground
Bowser. You actually play as Bowser at the end of Mario Odyssey, and he pretty much does almost all that. Maybe not exactly the same.
Thank you for watching so far.
But yeah, this is definitely going to be the system seller
Nintendo
for
Switch
me.
2 launches on June 5th.
This comes out, I know, comes out in July. I think the DK one comes out in
Finally,
July.
here
It
are
comes
the
out a month
hardware
after
options that will be available
launch.
at launch. We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World.
Good old Mario Kart.
For more details, please check
So the
the
500
official
for
Nintendo
the
Switch 2
for the
website,
digital
which
version.
goes live later today.
It was 500 with the game. It was like 450 without
We've covered
it.
a lot of information.
I don't know why they
That's
just
all we have
didn't
to
tell
share
you the
for today.
price.
You'll have
I
to
just
wait
don't be
just
like,
a bit longer
I
for
didn't
launch.
think anything really
We are
mattered too much. Like we could stop it right here.
It's like they are quiet. Like they had them do it, drop it quietly or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they did something for. I just don't know why. You know, I'm like, why is Nintendo so worried about like a direct and everything else like that too? You know, it's just like who cares at this point? It is what it is.
You're going to get people reacting negatively. It's just it's the internet.
But yeah, just bringing this up real quick here because I got some stuff pulled up from Twitter. They would say. But like, yeah, the price came out. There's been a lot of speculation about it. Let me see here. Desktop. So like they have some prices already announced here. Like the Pro controller is going to be $80. Joy-Cons are going to be $90. The camera is going to be $50. The dock, the separate dock, if you want a second one, that's going to be about $109 just for that dock, which is super pricey. You know, wow. And then like some of the game prices here, they've already announced some of them, and they're all over the board. I don't know what they want to do. It's like, so for example, like the Kirby's game is going to be $80, but then Street Fighter 60, Bravely Default remake is going to be like $40. Like every game is going to be like between $80 and $70 right now as it stands.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go look on that for that one right now. Actually. Wario 64. Yeah, I'm bringing that up. Don't worry. But like, I'm probably gonna definitely buy Bravely Default when it's probably gonna be my first day one purchase when I buy this. Because I'll probably just pay the upgrade fee for my older games. I don't necessarily know if I want to own the Switch 2 versions of these physically, because it doesn't seem like something I super care about or need. Maybe we'll see how much they cost over on PlayAsia and stuff like that, and then maybe I'll consider picking them up. But I already own the game. I'd rather just pay like the little extra fee and call it a day. So like the other thing too over here is the Switch digital cards and everything that we saw with that too, because there's been like a lot of controversy going on with how they've explained this too. So they're basically saying, like, here, let me bring this up fully so you can see it better here. So Nintendo Switch 2 game key card overview. GameCube cards are different from regular game cards because they don't contain the full game data. Instead, the game key card is your key to downloading the full game to your system via the internet. So the whole thing is that everyone's talking about like this is basically Nintendo's version of DMR or something like that. And I know that a lot of Switch games in general did not have the full game on the cart because of just size limitations and stuff like that. So this didn't really shock me. But it also kind of feels like, once again, like it just feels like this is the next step towards the future of gaming, where it's like the cards are just going to be activation keys and glorified SSDs and stuff like that,
So they're trying to like just slowly, move away from physical.
I feel like everyone is, yeah. It's because it's just a lot easier to do. You don't have to put up a lot of like stuff. You can still make a shit ton of money and not have to put out as much production,
Uh-huh.
So it is what it is at this point. I don't really, how can I say this? I'm not like just saying like don't ask questions, just consume. I feel like I'm just at that point where it's like, listen, I think we've all lost the battle, It's just like we've tried, we've lost it. Microsoft, PlayStation, Steam, all these places have just made digital gaming just convenience has beat out just ownership. That's just the truth of the matter. And I know everyone likes to like repeat the same like line. It's like you'll own nothing and you'll like it. And it's just like I get the argument, but after a certain point in time, it's like, well, we did it ourselves, It's just the truth. It's like if 1 million people say they want physical items, and then you have like 40 million people who say I don't give a fuck. It's just called reality. You're on the losing end, and it just feels like this is another sign that we lost.
I guess.
So I don't really necessarily have an issue with it. I would love to see how many games this is, where it's just like an activation key. Because like I said,
so they say not all the games are going to be like this.
I don't know if they necessarily say all the games.
Now, doesn't this happen? Isn't this like this on PS5 as well?
Oh, it's like this on PS5, Xbox, and stuff like that too. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think it's for every game. I do believe that Nintendo did not I haven't seen anywhere if they confirmed or denied if it was every game. But still, it's like just another example of like, well, I think it was just like the inevitable, as the joke says, the unstoppable tide of Islam has won once again over here. And I just like I said, I don't really have too much else to add to that front. It just feels like it sucks. It really does suck that like we are losing kind of like that sense of like, going to the store, buying stuff, picking it up, and having the disc and having the cartridge or something like that. It does feel like that's become a problem, but it's just like I keep saying to people, it's like, look, we did it to ourselves. People constantly brag about Steam. They constantly go over all that stuff,
Yeah, I mean, the times change. People's taste change. People prefer convenience. I agree. We did it to we did do it to ourselves. I mean, I've placed some responsibility in that too. I started buying the virtual console games when the Wii came out. It was such a convenience. Like I didn't have to worry about my Nintendo not working to play them. I could just turn on the game and play Mario 3 if I wanted to, without having to go nuts over my Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I buy games digitally. I buy games physically still. I like having the disc, even though a lot of games are basically just glorified activation keys. And I'm okay with that. At this point, I guess I'm just okay, because at least I own something that says, I physically own this, so I could still let someone borrow this, and like they could still play it and everything else. But it's just like everything's become like download just to be faster, and just with how some of these games are, have optimization issues, and how quickly devs can patch any issues now, that it just almost feels like owning a disc is like, an oxymoron.
I mean, are there any? I mean, I don't think there are any games where you can't, where where you're not required to download stuff. I think every game now requires like either an update before you play it, or
Yeah, there's a lot of games like that. I think there's very few that aren't like that day one, mostly Nintendo games. But like
you need an internet connection regardless. I'm not saying it's the best idea, but you need an internet connection regardless to play games nowadays. Like that's reality.
It's a sad reality, but like I said, we did it to ourselves. When Steam became very popular and PC gaming became popular, and when Microsoft started introducing DRM and stuff, like it kind of just happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So when the zombie apocalypse hits, well, get out your N64.
Yeah. JM says, my issue is that if they're doing the 256 gigabyte is quite a low amount of space for that kind of policy. Yeah, that is true. But also, I don't know how big a lot of the Switch games are, because a lot of the Switch games aren't that super big either, JM. And,
No.
AC says, not first-party Switch games. They are day one games with no patches. Most of them. I think a couple of them have had day one patches, though, AC. A couple, but it's not that bad. And yeah, let's blame the PC gamers. I'm not necessarily blaming the PC gamers. It's just that I always tell people, this is the argument I have when we talk about like physical media and stuff like that. It's kind of like a tism to me. It's like when I hear a PC gamer talk about like the death of physical media, and I just go like, that's fucking rich coming from you, okay? Because I've had like I remember these arguments I had with PC players back in the day. It's like, listen, why they're like, well, why are you still console gamers? It's like, well, I still like to own a disc and have the case and manual and stuff like that, because it is nice to have. And then like some guy was like responding, was like, here's my physical PC thing, take that, console pleb. And I'm like, bro, the newest game in this collection, and this was, mind you, like 2018, 2019, was like Destiny, like the first Destiny, an Xbox 360 game,
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm like, sometimes you gotta get your head out your ass a little bit here and know that, the thing you're smelling ain't roses, it's your fucking shit,
Yeah.
And like, I still think, I've talked to people before, like, what do you think physical media will evolve into? And some people said like, well, maybe it's going to evolve into like SSDs or thumb drives and stuff like that. Like, this is how you're going to play games. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe. But I still stand by my theory that the physical games market is going to start to transform into remakes and reprints of like older games that you could play on your older systems, like kind of like what Strictly Limited Run, and all those other companies are doing. So you might see a resurgence in, like, say, for example, PS3 games or PS2 games or original Xbox or something, like reprints done up that, like a retro console market, like fixing up old consoles to make them nicer and prettier and stuff like that. I because we've seen it with like a few games, especially like fan patches and stuff like that. Like, I could see Sega in particular allowing this for games on the Sega Saturn or something like that, where they do like a whole new boutique market run where they just get like smaller game companies to make Sega Saturn games, or backport fan translated or more official translated patches for games, reprint them and resell them. Like, I think Deep Fear is like one of those games I think a lot of people would love to see, which was trapped only in Japan, which is a Resident Evil clone made by Sega, but it takes place underwater in a base that's going under, and it has, instead of a life bar, it's like an air meter. So that's my theory, is that we might see that in another 10 to 15 years. You know, we will see probably more of that pop up. I just feel like what we're seeing with like the reprint markets, especially from sites like, you know, Limited Run and VGP in Canada, like where they just do a bunch of these reprints of games just randomly out of nowhere for the 3DS, the DS, and all that other stuff. Like I feel like that market could be a very profitable yet very niche kind of market, I would say. Especially with a lot of these games too. Like you're telling me that you wouldn't want to try to get in on the action of reprinting Rule of Rose and trying to like just resell that to people, or Haunting Ground or Clock Tower. I mean, they did do a re-release of Clock Tower in a remaster form.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really know what the future holds. You know, I like to say I don't like speculation, but if you want my opinion, that's my opinion. But with just how wild everything's been these last like 5 years, you know, I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know either, to be honest. I think everything's going to eventually go digital because companies just don't want to pay.
Well, everything has gone digital. That's the best part.
Yeah.
You've already seen confirmation that all these, you know, game things are basically phasing out physical drives. You know, PlayStation Pro did not launch with a disc drive, and
Do you think consoles are going to be gone too? Like they're going to cloud everything?
I don't think necessarily consoles are going to be gone. I think they're just going to become more open platforms that are just basically like a set-top box for TVs. They're just going to be very more user-friendly that don't require like a lot of knowledge. They're going to be kind of like just dumbed down PCs. I think they're just going to have open platforms. I think you're just going to be cloud connected and cloud save storage and all that stuff. I think they're going to have different launchers. I really think the next Xbox will have like a Steam setting or something like that. And yeah, I feel like Xbox games are going to go away, like from the branding. And then there's just going to be like Windows per se. And it's just going to be like a unification of Windows and Xbox, just so it can help forward this process more. And then JM says, I think it's going to be a novelty thing. You're going to see a lot of things like Evercade and companies like Limited Run crop up. I don't necessarily think it's going to be that novelty, but I feel like there's going to be a reprint market. That's just my theory. Do you have something you wanted to say, Brian?
No, I'm just looking up Limited Run games myself right now.
Yeah.
On my phone.
So that's really all I have to say too much about this. Overall, I'm interested in the Switch 2. I'm obviously going to try to buy one day one because I want to see how it works. I want to test if the backwards compatibility and the frame rate boost and stuff like that is actually worth it. And that's like the biggest thing to see. We won't really get that detailed until we get like our hands on the final product, obviously. But overall, like I said, it's exciting, it's new, it's nice. The fallout afterwards has been both hilarious and terrible to watch. With some of the most retarded and ridiculous arguments I've seen, going from OMG guys, video games cost more back in the day, to OMG guys, Donald Trump's tariffs, am I right, fellas? Which none of this makes any damn sense at all, because it just doesn't. It seems like people are just lashing out. I thought Nintendo Switch 2 games were going to be $70 regardless, because they basically showed their hand with Tears of the Kingdom that they were going to try to do it. But Nintendo pricing just doesn't make sense, as I've said before, because some games cost $40, some games cost $60, and it's basically the same type of game.
I forgot. I bought Echoes of Wisdom. Was that $70? Probably wasn't. Now that I think about it.
Echoes of Wisdom was not. I think it was 60.
60?
Yeah, but I think
it was 70, yeah.
Yeah, but like Tears of the Kingdom, they were charging 74. No, we're not bringing back Bidenomics, damn it. I already had enough. Those 2 years when food prices were insane and gas was like $5 a gallon over here was enough for me to know, like, yeah, this ain't right.
Yeah, everything like doubled in price.
Yeah, it's
like even more.
It's still expensive, but at least it like went down. I want to say by at least 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. This isn't the show for that. But I like I said, you kind of talk about the tariff situation, and they're like, well, it's the tariffs. That's why the console costs so much. I'm like, well, then why doesn't it cost like the same price in like Europe and everything too? Then why is it more expensive in those countries as well? They don't have a trade war going on with Japan, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like I said, it's kind of stupid. They're like, well, what about the games? They're made in Mexico. I'm like, well, there's no broad tariffs on Mexico cartridges either. So why are they more expensive? I just think it's more so like greed. That's just what it is. Nintendo's trying to like really force you into the digital era, and then they're trying to phase out they're trying to get the whales, the pay pigs like us who like the physical thing, to kind of overcommit to buy games. I'm not like thrilled about it. I was okay. Like I thought 60 is like that nice, sweet spot. But then you see like a bunch of these people go like, well, I can't believe you're going to spend $100. That's like almost 1/5 of the console price. And I just go like, yeah, it sucks. Then just don't buy the game. And that's just, the best way I could say it,
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying don't ask questions, just consume. I'm saying no, ask questions and consider it,
Mm-hmm.
It's just like don't spend the money if you don't have the means to do it. If you don't want to pay that price, don't pay that price. I'm also not going to say don't emulate or pirate it, because that doesn't send a good message either. I got into so many arguments with people. I'm like, just because something's expensive doesn't mean you can fucking steal it. It's like that logic doesn't track, and it's hard to explain that to people who kind of like watch these YouTubers who go like, well, if owning isn't like licensing isn't ownership, then pirating isn't stealing. And it's just like, no, that's such a stupid line. Or something like that. It's like you don't walk into a movie theater and just like go videotape it, and because you didn't like to pay the price to go watch it in the movie theater,
Now you got a point there.
It's
they're making me think of that Seinfeld episode.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just like you can't you just people just don't understand. It's like, look, I'm gonna say this again, and I say this all the time. Just because you point out reality sucks doesn't mean that you're like simping and being a bootlicker. It's just like, listen, look, yes, I know these multi-billion-dollar companies are evil, and you shouldn't give them the benefit of the doubt, but like they are trying to sell a product, That's just what it is. It's just the cold reality of a situation. All right?
Yeah.
I don't go into the grocery store and go like, I'm hungry, so this gives me the right to eat. It doesn't work like that. I don't like the price of the Carhartts, so I get to steal the Carhartts and wear them, And
I wouldn't be surprised, especially in our area. I wouldn't be surprised if that changes.
Yeah, it's like I said, it is what it is. Going over a few more people's comments over here. IJP says Switch games have always been like $70 here, so $75 here. So yeah, that makes sense. Especially like Canada, they were already like, I think a lot of them were like $80 Canadian, $90 Canadian. So like I can understand that too. It sucks for a lot of those countries as well. JM says, I'm just very whelmed by it overall. There wasn't anything that made me need to have it day one. So I'm going to save my money until something I really want shows up on it. That's fair enough. Yeah, talking about some of the Twitter conversations today, that's for sure. That was, everyone was like a fucking pregnant wailing cat for some reason today. They're changing the prices because they can. Yeah, that's true. That's really what it feels like. It just comes down to. It's like Nintendo does what Nintendo wants to do, and it feels like, we had like 5 good minutes of goodwill for Nintendo. Everyone was happy, and then we saw the prices and the DRMs and everything, and then everyone just melted down. Yeah, and then IJP says it the best. Everyone turns into a commie at the drop of a hat. That's true. It's sad. It's sad because I've said this before too. I'm pretty sure I've said this to AC, where it's like, you see like an absurd take, and you have the innate reaction to just like correct the insane take, and then their next follow up word is like, well, why are you a bootlicker? Why are you simping? Why are you a fanboy? And then it's just like,
I think that. Yeah.
And then the conversation's over. It's like, well, it's over. I'm sorry. It's like now I don't want to engage any further in this conversation because I've had it so many times by now to know that it's just going to follow up. It's just going to be more nightmare. It's just going to be like a nightmare,
Yeah.
Ooh. So I can disconnect. Whoop. Sorry about that. I pressed the wrong button. Checkmate, socialists. So, get off Twitter, Carl. I will never get off Twitter until I get a job where I don't have to waste my brain power on stuff. Like the only 2 things I do at Twitter are listen to historical documentaries and go on Twitter. Yeah.
Historical documentaries on Twitter?
No, on YouTube. I usually listen to gaming news, a little bit of politics, and mostly historical documentaries while I'm working. And sports. Sports and gaming. Hey. To be fair, IJP, Vex and other people message me too much with dumb shit. That's another thing, too. Blame them more for anything else. So with that being said, I don't know, you got anything else you would like to add, Brian, before I kind of wrap this up?
Really, I mean, it's just, I'm glad, we'll see how people feel going forward with, all this outrage about the price increase. I mean, frankly, I don't really care that much. With the way inflation's been going, they're gonna raise prices. Fine, I guess. Yeah. And then all that other stuff on the Switch too, like the camera and all that, I'm not gonna use.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna use it either.
If the online thing, with the Switch especially, meeting a bunch of you guys online, or meeting a whole bunch of you guys online, it's been cool having friends. Because I never really had friends on console before, like ever. So yeah, this is a brand new thing. Definitely want to utilize it. Especially with Mario Kart, do stuff with people. I'll probably buy it eventually. I'm going to hold off on probably going to hold off. I'm not going to pre-order the Switch right away, or Switch 2, I might not even get it when Donkey Kong comes out. I might just hold off. Maybe I'll hold off till Metroid Prime 4 comes out, which I'm assuming is going to be later this year, probably in the fall.
Yeah, it is.
So.
It is. Like I said, the only game I'm really looking forward to is Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's probably like the only game for sure I'm going to buy, because it's kind of like my jam, but we'll see.
Did they put out a release date for that one?
I think on like what the original Japanese trailer, it said autumn, but it just says late 2025. So we'll see. Besides, that's really about it. Besides, again, anything you want to plug, anything you got coming up, looking forward to, stuff like that.
Well, this week, no. Taking a break from Chilporial this week. Next week, I'm probably gonna be covering more of the Wheel of Time series, just completely trashing that non-adaptation. Got a few more episodes left to go, and hopefully they'll cancel the series for good. So, but I know I'll probably So there might be a Chilporial next week of that, and then I started a book club for the 7th Wheel of Time book, Crown of Swords. So I'm currently reading that, and I already covered the first half in stream. So, in a week from Sunday, we'll probably be doing the second. We'll definitely be doing the second half. And so far, I'm enjoying the book. So, plan to finish that series this year. So I haven't been really playing video games that much. I've been doing more reading lately, reading and maybe watch a show here and there. But that's really all I have the time for. So I have to really make the time to play. Like right now, either Dino Crisis or resume Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because I want to get to. I want to at least play the opening parts of Rebirth before I go to Japan. Because AC's gonna, make me, it's gonna make me feel bad. I didn't do it. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So.
But did Nerd win those win those tickets to Disney for being the 13th caller or not? No, he did not. Sadly, he did not. Got one of these stupid follower bots on Twitch. Let's ban you. Goodbye. Oh, all right then.
Someone just left me a comment on my last video that I upload, which has been over a year. So, is there any new videos in the works? Yeah, I got to make some videos. I mean, the next video game retrospective I was going to do, and I stopped making videos, was the 90s the Mario educational games that I learned how to type and geography and all that and history. I don't know if you ever heard of Mario's Missing or Mario's Time Machine. Mario Teaches Typing. So we're going to make a retrospective on those 3 games.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds cool.
Yeah. That would be my video game thing. So.
Yeah,
man. Thanks for having me. I mean, this was. I'll be honest. I mean, I'm compared to all you guys. I'm a boomer when it comes to this stuff. Like, I don't know nearly.
It's not compared to us. You are a boomer. You are a boomer. Get it right. Nah, it's fun. I know. I've been trying to get more people on to do a lot of these more, I guess, impulsive things because I like it. I like just talking games because I feel like a lot of people don't do that. Like even the shows that say we're game shows, it's like they just don't talk about video games. And I feel like it's just nice to just sit down and not have just an over the top bitch fest about prices and everything else like that. Everyone should, as I always say, and I will say this to everyone once again, the only person that knows what they like is you, and only you know how much money you are willing to spend and what is worth it to you, So at the end of the day, necessarily you can listen to recommendations from people to give them a try and everything else like that, but only invest if you really think it's worth it. And most of the time, I think a lot of people, if they just turn off their brain from outside influence and just sit down and play a game or watch a movie or a TV show for that matter, you will be able to probably come to a formulation of if you enjoyed something or if you hated something,
Yeah, and the thing for me is, and I know we've talked about this. For me, there's just a heavy saturation of stuff that I just don't know what to. Sometimes I can't make up my mind what to do or what to watch or what to be interested in. That's why I listen to people's recommendations because it kind of helps me. It helps me make up my mind. So.
Well, like I said, I like giving people recommendations because sometimes I feel like I'm the only person that talks about some of these hidden games or something like that. You know, I've recently played a game called The Puppeteer. I really love it, and if anyone has a PlayStation 3, I say you got to go out and play that game for sure. It doesn't get talked about.
I have Dave the Diver because Adam bullied me to get it. But I've watched the gameplay. Gameplay doesn't look bad at all.
I've bought that game for a lot of people, and I've bullied a lot of people in the game, Dave the Diver. And so far, I've not heard anyone say it's bad. So I consider 13-0 is a good start.
No, I don't think nobody I know said it's bad. Everybody likes it.
Yeah. So, as for me, I'm going to kind of start wrapping this up, Brian. We will be back on Friday with my co-host Ryan from Party Chat with Neo. We're going to sit down and talk about his YouTube stuff, probably a lot more personal stuff like his love of history and maybe his time in the military. Who knows? We'll find out. That's going to be Friday at 7 p.m. Central. And then, of course, joining me too on Saturday night. This one will be late. It will be at 9 p.m. Central. I will have on Leo Dixon. And that guy is known as that guy's a VTuber. He does a lot of video game content. He does music content. But where I found him from, he does sumo wrestling content as well. So we're going to be talking about sumo wrestling, video games, stuff like that, how he got into his journey as well. So for everyone who is interested in hearing more some sumo talk, we got a fun thumbnail my wife made while we were doing this, so I can't wait to upload that soon. And it's going to be a fun time. Looking forward to having him on. Like I said, that will be Saturday at 9 p.m. Central. So looking forward to that as well. Besides that, next week, we'll see what happens and everything else. JM says, but if I don't listen to outside forces, how am I supposed to know how to feel? Autism. You're supposed to feel with your autism, Jay. So, yeah. I got a lot of stuff planned for the future. That's for sure. We'll see what it is. We're approaching episode 100 very soon of this podcast. So trying to come up with something nice for that one. Hopefully you can figure something out, you know. But with that being said, everyone, hope you enjoyed your time on the show. Brian, thank you again for coming by. Everyone, have yourself a good night. Go play some video games. Go get some rest. Or if you're in other countries, as our friend from Mr. AC, hope you have a good day at work. Until